I think the word merch sometimes dilutes
100%.
what some of the stuff is, because nothing in here says my name.
If you're near a convenience store right now, any type of 24-hour store, go into the store right now and put your hand in the cash register for no reason.
In 2025, it takes much more than the good songs to start a rap career. A rapper with a cool visual aesthetic to accompany the actual bars and production is seen as the full package. For stans, the consumption of rappers goes beyond their Instagram grids and into their websites and merch, looking for more ways to support their favorite artists and to be digitally immersed in their role. While most rappers don't give a second thought to their website or what goes on their merch, some do. I'm Sayou Cooper, and this is The Griot, reporting on hip-hop culture through a mix of soapbox editorials, weird commercial breaks, and some very serious guests.
You know, we had to make up our own production sheets to put a cut and paste. With a lot of, in the beginning, was done with headlines, was done off with the rub-off type you can buy on sheets.
When it comes to visual language and hip-hop culture, all eyes on pgLang. Founded in 2020 by LA County natives Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar, pgLang's arrival is much needed considering the current landscape of hip-hop's creative visionaries. For about a decade, the culture's creative director was Kanye West. Through his forceful entrance into the fashion world and album rollouts, Kanye consistently pushed the boundaries of what a rapper could be. A visual language as good or even better than the music he was creating.
Yeah, you do realize that's not why we love you. We love you because of the music, bro. You gave us that feeling with albums like College Dropout, Graduation, Late Registration. We don't care about your designing sneakers and clothes and all that. That means nothing to us.
Yeah, no, Yeezys do mean something to the culture.
Presently, with his steady decline into fascism, loving Nazis, and his blatant portrayal of black people, hip-hop seeks a new replacement, a new creative director, or in this scenario, a new creative agency that will communicate the music. Originally, the Little Homies, Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar's program language is the top candidate for the job. Cited from a 2022 New York Times profile on the company by writer Mitchell S. Jackson, who first used the term visual language to describe Free and Lamar's creative efforts, the pair's initial endeavor into visual storytelling was the music video for High Power. Produced by J. Cole, High Power was the lead single for Lamar's first studio album, Section 80. Speaking on Dave Free's willingness to perfect the music video for the track, Lamar said, "To see someone that much devoted to artist's craft, where he's willing to sit with them and edit the video himself, lets me know what type of not only businessman, but what type of friendship and what type of dedication he has for something he believes in. It was my song, not his song. I go on tour and perform that song and make millions of dollars. So for him to be willing to sit there and do that day in, day out, that let me know, okay, this is a person you want to be around. He got the best interest to really thug it out with you without even thinking about a check at that point. We just thinking about being creative and the best, and from that day forward, everything flipped."
What are you doing?
Watching the sun.
Yeah? Why are you watching the sun?
I've always wondered why people say we shouldn't stare at this powerful source of energy. It made me curious.
What if you go blind?
I never heard of anyone going blind from staring at the sun.
Guess you got a point there. Have you seen anything yet?
Many things.
You're greeted at pg-lang.com with a simply designed homepage. The company's logo typeface is Times New Roman, and their current logo was created by Frosty Ink rather than an in-house graphic designer. The site's main colors are black, white, and this light gray color. No pictures or videos, but there is a lot of embedded content once you click the headers aligned to the left side. All are in chronological order with the present at the top and the past with a scroll down. The circle, triangle, and plus signs to the right navigate the user from the home page, merch, and register page. Some merch tags have OK Llama instead of pgLang's alphabet tag, which aids in the biggest critique of the company's branding, which is too many logos. There might be some deep reasoning as to why their Instagram and Twitter graphics use this red font color and no crooked A, but as Atlanta-based culture worker Devin Springer noted right after Lamar's halftime performance, a lot of people don't realize it, but the idea of some mystic genius artist creating work that must be deeply deciphered and does not directly state an ideological or political position, is an extremely bourgeois, Western individualist idea of art and artists. Lamar has other websites dedicated to particular eras like okllama.com and my-gnx.com. It's only right to move from pgLang.com to drakerelated.com, the official website of Canadian rapper Drake. The two sites, when paired with each other, highlight the glaring contrast between both rappers' artistry. pgLang.com is pushing this avant-garde, everything is deep aesthetic, and drakerelated.com is very much commercial art, and that's not a bad thing. It's a well-designed website with graphic toggles that make it fun to browse around. A quick inspection of the site, the font family is Helvetica, Arial, and sans serif. Helvetica is one of the most popular typefaces in design. You'll see it at least once in your world today. The whole site is 3D art of Drake's luxurious home and travel environments. The left and right arrow keys bring you to the lounge, cabin seating in Air Drake, the front entrance of his multi-million-dollar mansion, the kitchen, recording studio, another creative studio, and closet. The homepage is a bedroom, a scenery that one can imagine is pretty common for the rapper. Also on theme for his latest project with Party Next Door, some sexy songs for you. The panties and rose petals on the floor indicate Drake has some company. There's merch placed on the couch and floor. When clicked, the white, slow, pulsating circles near the items take you to the product shop. You can turn off the lights in the room and the page transforms into the aftermath of Drake's romantic night. You'll find a bottle lotion, bedding scatter, and candles from Drake's Better World Fragrance House. In all, Drake's design team does a good job providing a visually compelling and interactive website, while clearly pushing products to buy. It's a lot to explore, but strong content organization through page headers. Next up, we'll dive more into the world of merch, and meet a rapper from across the pond. I'm Sayou, and this is the Griots.
I came to San Francisco 1951. I was about 7 or 8 years old. I had asthma, and the doctor thought the weather would be better. Being in and out of the youth detention center, they seen I had a desire to be an artist. When I went and talked to the counselor said you should take up commercial.
I hate being a graphic designer. I was forced into the position during the startup of the Griots. Like most work artists, I couldn't afford to outsource the labor of branding the platform. My regular art is a lot of collaging, mixed media if I'm feeling ambitious, and whatever you're watching right now. With design, I can't just create to create. I have a demanding client who decides the success of the platform through just one graphic and 60-character text.
Silicon Valley is buzzing about whether Rupert Murdoch will dump MySpace or not. But even if he does, will it help the stock?
Since the mid-2000s, if you're someone who spends a lot of time on the internet, you've probably done some form of graphic design and website coding. I was 11 doing serious HTML and CSS code to customize the homepage on my MySpace. On Facebook and Instagram, photo edit apps allow us to customize dumps of our lives and to build brands on niche art. Before they became superstars and rarely did interviews, rappers always blogged, often about stuff they find cool or just general artist blues.
I'll sing through my window.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
I tell her through the meadow while the itty-bitty Virgo be plucking at his petal.
Sorry, the service requested is not available. Thank you for calling.
The soundtrack for this week's episode was provided by KAZZTHEViRGO out in London. He's a subscriber of the platform and an emerging rapper.
Welcome. What you're about to see is a showreel brought to you by KTV.
Hey, I'm KAZZTHEViRGO, Kazzy Kazz, KTV, or you can just call me Kazz for short. I'm a rapper from Croydon, South London. Since 15 years old, I've been dropping music. I've got tracks coming out from like 2018, 19, 20 up until today. Tracks that I've mostly just been recording in my bedroom. Tracks that would either take me from like 5 minutes to like 5 days to record. My style of music very much blends between like hip-hop, R&B, soul, neo-soul, jazz, and just like a combination of different influences from there. And I mostly just try to experiment, you know. I just try to work with what I've got around me, from like beats that my friends will send me to just flipping whatever loops or samples I can find on GarageBand on my laptop. I just try to make it work, you know. I also make video content on YouTube called KTV. I just be filming my life and just making it into like videos and stuff. I've also been making like a bunch of posters to promote on my Instagram, as you can see. I recently made 2 new series, well, kind of. A new season of Trip to Uganda on my channel that's out right now. I dropped 2 parts earlier this year in January. On top of that, I've got a brand new series called My Brain and Shit. Literally just me speaking my mind with some cool visuals accompanied by it, edited by myself, narrated by myself, of course. In terms of new music coming out, I've got a few projects in the works. I can't say anything too crazy, but I can definitely say that this year we're 100% going to come with something special. I'm going to make sure I deliver quality, and I just want to make sure you guys are along for the ride. So fingers crossed that we're able to get it recorded, released, all out by this year. Shout out to the griots and the ancestors for allowing me onto the platform and taking a moment of your time. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and you can join me on the KTV takeover. I'm Kazz, and that's my message for you today.
As I tell her through the meadow, tell that boy hello, tell him I'm very special.
Merch is short for merchandise and originally were worn exclusively at tour dates or fan events. Through the popularity of stores like Hot Topic, a lot more teenagers are wearing clothing dedicated to artists they love. They're so well designed now, a merch shirt might be the coolest graphic t-shirt in your closet. In hip-hop merch, the Houston graphic design firm Pen and Pixel's influence still remains at large. For rappers, it's a lot of boring to mid merch with one standout product. A good example of this is the Vince Staples Dark Times shop with the Little Homie Trucker tour hat, easily the best product on the site. Same can be said for Destroy Loney's Stars and Stripes football jersey, Mike's Young World 4 t-shirt, Playboy Cardi's All Red hat, or Lotto's Big Mama Cheetah thong.
It said because the black community wasn't a reading community, but they learned through observation and participation. We want to have a lot of images so that those who weren't going to read along our articles would get the gist of what was going on by looking at the photographs and the captions under the photographs. So they had this whole vision. And they say you will be the revolutionary artist and eventually you become the minister of culture.
There are more standard websites than creative ones in the rap game. The percentage of rappers sitting down with web designers and developers to curate a unique digital space that bottles up their hip-hop persona is low. If they don't already have one, websites are commissioned by a rapper's label and stick to the industry formula, either an image carousel or the cover of their recent release for the homepage. So JPEGmafia.net, which pretends to be the home screen of an Apple laptop, is a rarity. The dock has apps you'll find on any Apple product, but customized to meet the needs of JPEG's fans. The Notes app is for upcoming shows, the Mill app to connect with JPEG, and of course, Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, and YouTube for all his music links. The folder labeled Music to the right has links to his full catalog. The shop page is another finer tab with his merch categories labeled as folders to the left. Switching tabs to chromacopia.com, Tyler the Creator's website is not that interesting after the first page. Fonts in Use did an article in the album art and noted, the chromacopia is set in Polino semi-bold, modified to have horns on the first and last letter. It's complemented by riffs off, which is used on a similar text, likely to balance the hard, uneven look of Polina. RicoNasty.com takes an editorial approach to its design, very image heavy, with Rico's magazine shoots on full display. Similar to DojaCat.com, but it's just one image. Reporting from the east coast of the American Empire, I'm Sayou Cooper, and this is The Griots. I wrote and produced this episode. Our theme song for this season is Jaws by Suzuki-san. Our Instagram and other cool stuff can be found on our website. Links are always in the description. Thank you to the ancestors. Until next time.